I bet you've heard something like this. My church is small. Somebody says, well, how small is it? And they say, my church is so small that our board is my spouse and me. Boy, that's a pretty small church. Hey, this is Dave Jacobs of Small Church Pastor. Welcome to episode, 87 of Minipod. No fluff, just good stuff in under 5 minutes. I want to talk to you today about how to have a dysfunctional church board. Now, I know that many of you are listening to this and you're blessed with an awesome church board. You couldn't be happier. Your board is made up of the most supportive, cooperative, generous, spiritually mature people a pastor could ever hope for. I'm happy for you. I really am. But you're missing out. You have no idea how faith-stretching and character-building it can be to have a dysfunctional church board. I believe one of the main ways God wants to grow you as a pastor is by using a board that just drives you nuts. Therefore, I want to share with you some ways that you can have a dysfunctional church board. Now, I'm assuming that you have something to say about who joins your church board. This is not always the case. Many of you have come to an established church, and you're lucky enough to have inherited a dysfunctional church board. Boy, lucky you. The following tips will relate to both those who have a say in choosing board members and those that don't. First of all, if you have an opening that needs to be filled on your church board, try to find someone who's been in the church from the very beginning. The longer a member, the better. You know the type. They're the ones who will say that, well, I was here before you came and I'll be here after you're gone. It's board members like this that'll say things every pastor loves to hear. That's not the way we do it. Or, over my dead body. Or, keep in mind that Walmart is hiring. Now, when considering someone to join your board, don't worry so much about those who are spiritually mature and have proven to be loyal to you and your family and the church. You see, the church is a business, and church boards need to run like they would any business. You don't need a bunch of monks. You need business-savvy people, fluent in Robert's Rules of Order. Along those lines, let your board meetings be dominated by one outspoken, opinionated, negative, belligerent person. Every board needs to have at least one of those. And whatever you do, never confront them and tell them they've got to stop it. If you do this, there's a good chance that you will indeed find out that Walmart is hiring. Now, in your meetings, have prayer make up no more than 3% of your time. More than that'll just encroach on all the business that needs to be addressed. If someone wants to pray, they can go to that prayer meeting that Sister Mabel has that is poorly attended. You see, it's a win-win. Never, and I repeat, never suggest term limits. Why would you ever want an easy way to replace a board member who causes you constant frustration? And then finally, don't worry about re-educating your church or your board as to the role of a church board. This just takes a lot of time, and you still might end up at Walmart. The bottom line is if it's not broken, then don't fix it. And if it's broke, well, then leave it alone. Remember, you've been called to be a pastor, and that has inherent in it being a glutton for punishment. Just wanted to send you this encouraging word today. Talk to you next time.